You see it everywhere: ice baths, cold plunges, people shivering in barrels, posting that this is the secret to calm. Their nervous system, they say, is finally regulated. And maybe you've tried it and felt the wave of clarity afterwards and assumed they were right. There's something real happening when you do this. But the thing that's actually happening is almost the opposite of what most people are selling. What I want to give you in this video is a clear picture of what cold exposure is doing to your nervous system. Why it feels so calming afterwards, even though it's not a calming intervention. Who shouldn't be doing it at all? And the 30-second alternative that gets you most of the benefit through a completely different mechanism. By the end, you'll know when cold helps and when it harms. Here's the simple truth about a cold plunge. It's a controlled stress event. When your body hits cold water, your activation circuit fires hard. Heart rate spikes, breathing gets sharp and fast, adrenaline floods. Your system goes into the same mobilization state it would enter if a predator showed up. This is not regulation. This is dysregulation, on purpose. So why does it feel good afterwards? Because of the bounce. When you finish a controlled stress event, your body rebounds. It releases dopamine and noradrenaline that stay elevated for an hour or two. You feel alert, sharp, clear. You feel like you can take on the day. People interpret this state as calm, but it isn't. It's a focused activation state. It feels like calm because the cluttered, scattered, low-grade anxiety that was there before is replaced by a single, clean, high signal. That's a useful state. There's nothing wrong with chasing it. But it's not the same as a regulated nervous system. A regulated nervous system isn't the high, clean signal state. It's the calm, soft, available, warm-bodied state that lets you sleep, digest, connect, and rest. Cold plunges don't produce that state. They produce a different one. High arousal, focused arousal, but still arousal. This matters because of who's doing cold plunges and why. If your baseline is too low, if you're depressed, sluggish, foggy, controlled cold exposure can help. The bounce gets you up to a functional arousal state you weren't reaching on your own. If your baseline is too high, if you're already anxious, wired in chronic mobilization, cold exposure stacks more activation onto an already activated system. The bounce afterwards might feel like clarity in the short term, but by evening you're more wired than before. People who are anxious often come away from cold plunges feeling worse over a week, not better, and they can't figure out why. The rule is the same one from the last video. Match the input to the state you're in. If you're under-aroused, add arousal. If you're over-aroused, don't add more arousal, and call it regulation. They're different problems with different solutions. Now here's the part most people miss. There's a completely different way to use cold that does activate the parasympathetic system, the actual calming branch. It uses a separate reflex. It's called the diving reflex. When cold water hits the area around your eyes, nose, and forehead, your body fires a reflex that comes from our shared mammalian lineage. Heart rate drops, blood vessels in your extremities constrict to preserve core warmth. The vagus nerve activates strongly. Within seconds, you're more parasympathetic than you were a moment before. This reflex doesn't need a full body plunge. It just needs cold contact on the face, specifically the forehead, temples, and the area around the eyes. And it doesn't need to be long. 20 to 30 seconds is enough to trigger it. Here's the practice. Fill a bowl with cold tap water. The colder the better, but tap water from the cold side is fine. Add a few ice cubes if you have them. Take a slow breath. Bend over the bowl. Submerge your face up to your hairline. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Longer if comfortable. Come up, pat dry. In the minute after, you'll feel your heart rate drop. You'll feel a soft heaviness arrive in your chest. You'll notice your breath has slowed without you asking it to. That's the parasympathetic system coming online. That's actual regulation, not the focused arousal bounce of a full plunge. If bending over a bowl isn't practical, a cold, wet washcloth pressed to your forehead and eyes for 30 seconds works through the same reflex, just slightly less powerfully. Splashing cold water on your face at the sink is the weakest version, but still does something. When to use it. Anytime you're caught in a sympathetic spiral, racing heart, fast breath, mind going in loops, the facing cold water move can interrupt the loop within a minute. It's especially useful before a difficult conversation or after one, when your system needs a hard reset back into the calming branch. A note: people with cardiovascular conditions should check with the doctor before doing any cold exposure, full plunge or face submersion. The reflex is powerful enough that it can affect heart rhythm in vulnerable systems. What I want you to take from this: cold plunges are a stress tool that produces a focused arousal bounce. They're not calming. If you want actual calming, use cold on your face to trigger the diving reflex. Different mechanism, different outcome, smaller intervention, bigger effect for the goal you actually want. Thank you for watching. If you saw the last video about how the wrong workout stacks activation on top of an already activated system, this fits the same frame. Full body cold is the activating version, face cold is the discharging version. The choice depends on the state you came in with. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. What's